I know we're all hungry, we're in a rush now because it took a while, but I just want to talk to you very briefly. I have a question for everybody here. A very important question. I would like to know, are you a Brahmin?
Yes. Yes.
I don't want you to tell me right now that you're a Brahmin. I want you to think, are you a Brahmin? I know you took a birth in a Brahmin body. But I'm asking you, if I was running a race, and I'm ahead of somebody in the race, just because I start out ahead, does that mean that I finish ahead? I'm asking you because if you play the role of a Brahmin, I'm saying that you know you have to do this. We just went through this ceremony and we were talking about how the Atma comes back. After leaving the body, it comes back. So even when you leave this body, you're still not done. But right now, you haven't even left this body. So how do I know, how do we know if we're a Brahmin? We understand that we started that way. We just did a ceremony to remember our ancestors. And they gave us this lineage. And our past lives allowed us to be taking the birth of a Brahmin. But are we continuing the life of a Brahmin? The reason why I'm asking you, I first will tell you a simple story. I think it's an Indian story that a lot of people here may have heard. There was a story that in a kingdom, they were having a special ceremony. So the king made the announcement that everybody in the kingdom has to come and bring 1 jug of milk and put it in the tank overnight, and in the morning there'll be a ceremony. So everybody had to do this, but some people decided, you know what, I can't afford milk, so I'm going to put water in the tank, and nobody will know the difference because what I do doesn't matter that much. Now what happened, you know what happened in the morning, when they revealed the tank, all of the tank was all water. Because everybody thought, I don't have to do that much, my amount does not matter. Now the reason why I'm saying this, I've already spoken about vegetarianism in this Brahmin Samaj. I already talked about last year, I talked about how eating eggs is the same as eating meat, but it's even worse. Because you're eating the life of an animal, a creature that didn't have a chance to run away from you, even to survive, even to save itself. The reason why I'm saying this is because there's not that many young people here today. All of our elders are here today, and I'm asking that in your household, we probably all not eating meat, and that's excellent. And if you can share that with other people, that's excellent. But I'm asking for a commitment from everybody that's here, that as far as eating eggs, you may not eat actual eggs, but I don't gamble. But if I gambled, I would say it's a safe bet that many people in this room have eaten some type of cake or cookie or ice cream or something else that has eggs in it. And that is hurting the animals, and that is hurting this earth, and it's going against God's will. And if you're a Brahmin, then you would not do this. And maybe you were careless about it before, but the only thing that I'm asking you to do today is to make a commitment. I would like it if you could do it today here in this temple. If you can't do it, then you do it later today, or the latest you do in 1 week from now, at the most. By next Sunday, I ask that you make a commitment that you will never, ever, ever eat any products containing eggs in your home, because you have to teach your kids and you have to teach your grandkids. If your grandkids eat in your house and they eat something that has eggs in it, they think that it's safe, they think that it's okay, because you're supposed to be the safe example for them of what life they're supposed to live. So if they think that it's safe coming from your house, then they're going to do this in their house. And that's going to affect how they interact with their friends and other people they know, and it affects everybody on this earth. And everybody's example counts. And if you care about people other than yourself, and this is not to disrespect anybody here, I'm very happy so many people came from India, they started life, they started a family, they had a job, they got a house, they have retirement money. All of that is great, but the only thing about that is, that's you protecting your own family. Compared to everybody else on the earth, your family is very small. You're not really protecting the rest of the earth. If you can spread vegetarianism, if you could stop eating eggs, this helps every single living creature on earth, and it prevents the destruction of earth. We don't know when the earth could be destroyed. It could happen in our lifetime, or it could happen in our kids' lifetime, or their kids' lifetime. But why would we want to pass that down? We're here remembering our ancestors. They passed us down something great. They might have made some mistakes that led to the destruction of the earth. But now we have this blessing of this knowledge. We understand some things of what it takes to protect this earth. So that's why I'm asking that all of you And I actually had a little more to say, but I'm going to cut it short. I'm just going to say this, that all of us together here, I understand that we come from the Brahmin Samaj and we come from a Brahmin family and everything like that, but as I said before, there are other people who are not Indian, they're not Hindu, and they want to be advanced, they want to be learned in knowledge. And what I'm saying is that that knowledge is no good unless you do it with service. So I'm asking everybody, even if you're retired now, even if you thought you've already done all your work, you're done. I'm asking you to join me and so many others like me. Educate all the people around you, obviously not just Indian people, all the other people in your life, or other people that you take the opportunity to educate. Because if you want to be a Brahmin, then I feel you have to be educating and teaching yourself and other people all the time. You have to be learning all the time, you have to be teaching all the time. So if you think you have to take a break from that now because now you're just enjoying your family, I personally feel, I'm not at the age that you are, but I personally feel that your job is not done just because you got to be 60 or 75 or something like that. I feel like we still have work to do, and there's so much work left to do on this earth. So I'm asking you to join me and help me, because if we don't do this, like I said, we don't know who else can be harmed. Most of us know that if there's violence on this earth, it comes from there being violence done to animals in the name of killing animals for meat. So we're just reaping what we sow, and we're getting the consequence of other people's actions. So the only way this can work is if we all join in. Only thing I would like to say, I just wanted to, I didn't mean to offend anybody. I just meant to say that the work of a Brahmin is not done. It's not ever done. You might want to take a little break, but there's not much to take a break from because there's always more work left to do. And you can always still have fun doing it, but I'm just saying that we can't think that our work is over. And I'm nowhere near the level of where you people are, but I'm just saying that I'm asking that even at the level of where you are, that you still put in this work. I just want to say another quick story. Okay, so I'll cut that out and I'll just say I appreciate all your help. And again, I ask you, make this commitment either today on the spot. You can make your vow in front of God right now, or you could do it within the next few days, and latest do it by the end of this week. I'm not here to tell you all the items not to eat, but you can look it up on your own. Now, I'm always asking questions wherever I go. Does this have this in it? Does this have this? You can go out of your way now and ask people, does this have eggs in it before you consume it? And assume that you have an allergy or it's a poison. It is a poison. You don't want to consume it. Don't assume that it doesn't have it in there. Unless you can determine that it doesn't have eggs in it, do not eat it. That's what I'm asking you to do. If I speak further in the Brahmin Samaj, I will ask you maybe for other things, or I'll try to speak about other things. But for today, to honor our ancestors, I'm asking you to do what they would have wanted us to do. I don't think any of them ate meat or eggs in India. So I'm asking that now that you come to this country where so many products are available that have these things, that you just don't eat any of them. All right? That's all I'll say for now. Thank you.
Give a big hand, please.